I got like 40 people from Sullivan's in the.
Yeah.
Can I bring them in? Is that okay?
Bring them in, have them sit down and drink and fucking yell shit out during the show. That's what fucking Gino does. He brings people back.
I know. That's how I got the job.
He's the Pied Piper of alcoholics.
I like how you just pulled a Miller Lite out of your pocket. I don't know why. That was just great.
Yeah, why not?
You just like, here we go.
Well,
I bring my own.
Yeah, I figured, I'll start with I brought 40 drunks from the bar, and then pulling out a beer wouldn't be that so bad afterwards.
Like, I care. Oh, my God. I care that it's a light beer. Although, I drink Bud Light, but milk whole fucking thing with those
Party tits.
is that who was it first? It was what's his name from The Aviator?
Howard Hughes.
Howard Hughes. Yes, Howard Hughes made a bra. And it was one of his movies. He had Jane Russell in one of his movies. And Jane Russell had some big fucking tits.
Yeah.
And the censors were freaking out because her tits were showing through her clothes. And no bras would make it better. And he designed a bra for her. But he only knew aircraft and shit. So he literally shaped it like the nose cone.
So they were conical breast cups.
Conical propeller fucking nose cap for her tits. And that made this style of pointy kind of tits because he had to get Jane Russell's tits past the censors for one of his movies. And all he knew, like a fucking idiot savant retard that he was, all he knew was aviation. He was obsessed with it. Yeah. So you wind up getting these B-52 tits on these women.
Somehow that was better.
Yeah, well, better than what?
Than what she had. Like, if you were a censor and then this shows up, what do you guys, like, why would this be better?
Yeah.
Than normal tits?
I guess because you're not seeing nipples. And it's very hard. I'll be honest. It's very hard to mentally undress her with your eyes because you can't picture tits looking like that. Like they wouldn't look like that if you unleashed them. So they kind of took away from the natural look of a tit. I don't find that attractive. Like I would rather see a girl without a bra and her nips showing and her tits kind of moving like they move. This is, I mean, look, I can appreciate the beauty of a P-51 Mustang myself, but I don't want to start feeling the propeller cone.
Yeah, I don't want my chick's tits to be cone heads.
Yeah, they're cone.
No
that
need.
is cone head tits.
Yeah,
right there.
One's an Aykroyd, one's Jane Curtin.
Yeah.
Nicknaming them.
They're looking down at her feet.
Yeah.
But
Take out Dan and Jane, honey.
Yeah. Let me see old Dan and Jane. Take that, lose the bra. That's what they did. And it was, it was all because of Howard Hughes. Isn't that fucked up? Because censors were just mental patients back then.
Howard Hughes would be losing his mind right now. I bet he would already have a vaccine.
Well, considering he was losing his mind and did, it's not really the hard sell on.
Even more so than just pissing in shoe boxes and not cutting his nails.
Watching Ice Station Zebra for 80 times in a row.
Did Norm MacDonald do all that stuff too, though?
Yeah, Norm did that.
Didn't he pee in jars?
Saved his piss in his office. People are convinced it was a troll.
Yeah.
Like he was just trolling people. He'd piss in a bottle. He's probably a lazy guy, didn't want to go to the bathroom, so he just pissed in a bottle, and after that thought, how funny would it be if I just left my piss bottles in the office so when people came in, they'd see it. Like, that is total fucking Norm MacDonald.
Yeah.
Which is really funny.
I guarantee it was on purpose.
Oh, yeah, it had
guarantee
to be.
it.
It fucking had to be. Like, maybe at first he's just like, I got to take a piss, Piss here and there's a Snapple bottle. And then he just leaves it all over his office because that's hilarious. He would do that. I really do appreciate comics that don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. There are some that say they don't, but there's a line there somewhere. Like Patrice didn't give a fuck. He was one that just
Legit,
didn't give a
yeah.
fuck. He would go into Comedy Central meetings, it's legendary, and just blow the whole thing up by not keeping his fucking mouth shut. Like he had the job. There was so many jobs Patrice had. All he had to do is show up. All they wanted to do is meet him. That's like the thing going, I just want to fucking shake this guy's hand and meet him and talk to him. He's got the gig. He's not auditioning. He's not pitching something. We want to work with him. And literally, he opens his fucking mouth and somehow would lose the gig. Those are the kind of guys there's this weird appreciation of. They're usually brilliant at comedy and not very good at the politics of show business.
But I love that once Norm knew that was irritating to one person, like he continued to joke, but like how many people really like were affected by the joke?
Yeah.
I love when comics do something for the joke for like 3 people.
Yeah.
Or they'd rather not. I like when you don't get the laugh. Like they do it, like the laugh would ruin it. Like if someone came in and said, "That's hilarious, you have all those piss bottles," he would have immediately emptied them.
It's like, oh, I'm not going to do it.
All right.
I want people to be uncomfortable. I don't want them bringing it up. I just want to know, like I'll catch a glimpse of them looking horrified over at them.
Yeah.
It's when you can hear the comics laugh in the back of the room, and it's always, don't play to the back of the room, but you're like, it feels the best.
Dude, those were always, I've been to some just dead shows at various like Carolines and shit like that, and my friends and comics are up there on stage and in the audience, and of course the comics are way in the back, and you know, the jokes are what they are. I've probably seen them before. The audience seems to be enjoying them, the sparse audience. But the funniest part were those motherfuckers in the back just shitting all over this guy on stage. You just hear out of the darkness these fucking taunts and heckles coming from his friends. And you would be dying laughing because it's the funniest thing ever. He's eating his balls up there, and these pricks who have to go up next, by the way, are fucking with him to no end. And it was always some of the best times watching that shit. I don't know.
Nothing's more fun than watching someone you like eat shit.
Yes,
it's the greatest because you know, like we've probably all seen each other kill, and that's great, and so we all know we can do it. That there's no joy in that.
Right.
It's like that's Joe Matarese got famous for being the guy that snaps on audiences and freaks out. So much so that he had to put out a whole album of his freakouts.
Oh yeah,
like if you went to see Joe and he killed, you were like, that sucked.
Yeah. No, you wanted to see him freak out. When he did that fucking show with me and Jim Norton and Artie Lang, we were his 3 guests over at the Pussycat over there in the Village.
Yeah, the Fat Black.
Yeah, the Fat Black. And we sat
for
there.
real.
We were on stage, and he was doing a talk show. And he really wanted it to be a talk show. He had someone with cue cards for his monologue that were showing cue cards. He got multi-camera shoot. This was going to be a special. And he just picked the wrong 3 motherfuckers for this because he was trying to do this almost like a psychological thing of comic. Oh, yeah, here.
I was going to say I joined Grindr Eats. There's Uber Eats. Yep, that's a stupid one. But it's coming. I started one called Clugger. It tells you if a guy who likes Jack Klugman's within 20 feet of you. I thought that was Jack. I knew that one, Bob. I wanted to dig a hole.
I should have took 30 Adderalls before I came up here. Holy shit! This is what I struggle with. I can't even.
You're not a drug guy. Adderall is a euphemism for methamphetamine.
I know.
I don't think I can focus on Adderall.
I'm still not focused. Like,
yeah,
I need more.
Actually left early. But this was.
And Joe was trying to be very sincere,
trying to be
professional,
sincere, yeah.
And you shit on him.
He wanted to get into our psyches and have us discuss things. And we were having
the show's called Fixing Joe.
Yeah, Fixing Joe. And
with
we were having
you 3.
no part of it. No part of it.
And it's the worst 3 people you could have chosen.
It turned into a Joe Matarese roast.
Yeah.
Is all it turned into. And he had to scrap the whole fucking thing. All that money. We were thinking, how much money has 3 cameras on this fucking thing? and a crew and all kinds of shit. And we just were relentless on this guy.
He's like, I need to fix myself. Who should I call? Is Artie Lang available?
Yeah. Artie will give me some good insight on how I should live my life.
How about, do I know anybody who lets prostitutes dump logs on their chest?
Yeah. Let me get
Have
this
them.
fucking social outcast, Jim Norton.
Yeah, is there anybody who's afraid to touch a subway pole but will take an uncovered cock to his face? No problem.
Yeah. Or maybe Hitler reincarnated. We'll have some good advice.
Is there a man who will not show any emotion except hate?
Yeah, maybe he is who I need to fix, Joe.
I love that he picked you three, though.
I know.
It couldn't have gone worse.
Before
for
the
him.
show, the three of us were sitting there going, what does he want us to do? We're going, this is going to be brutal. And oh boy, it was.
Oh my Lord.
We were talking about his wife and how she's a doctor and how insignificant that makes him in the relationship. And he's sucking cock after a while. He's prepping the bull because his wife is much better than him. It was just every aspect of it was brutal, but hilariously funny. We left there just going, holy fuck was that. If that was just presented, if Matarese was able to present that as just, here's three guys beating the shit out of me, it would have been great. But he tried to make it something.
I always get bummed out when comedians go on, some of these bigger radio shows or whatever, and they talk about their feelings and stuff. I'm like, no, you're a comic. Be funny.
Be funny.
Like that's what you guys did, the exact right thing.
Yeah.
You were like, no, you're not getting inside.
You're not getting inside. I mean, what is this?
That's not happening.
Fucking Walters. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I can do it and make fun of it. Like, I've spent my entire radio career talking about myself and my life and how I live it and all that. But, I'm not sitting there crying doing it. I'm always self-deprecating and joking about, the shit out in California, my dad, the relationships I had with women, always fucked up. But that's what it is. You can't present it like, it's a Dr. fucking Phil show. Dr.
Well, yeah,
Matarese.
Tragedy is going to be part of it, and sometimes I'm brought on a show to tell my life story, so you end up doing it. But if you're in front of an audience with two other comics, it's impossible.
Yeah.
That's a different thing, though, Dave. Yeah. But like I always give the example, Steve Martin. All the way to the end of the Letterman days, even at the end, like he would come on with a bit.
Yeah.
He didn't come on and talk about his feelings in his childhood.
No.
They came on and did a bit together. That was obviously choreographed, all written out, that rehearsed probably during the day at least once, or at least once before the thing.
They each knew what they were.
Yeah.
It was a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you get Amy Schumer goes on Howard Stern, and it's like, where's the laughs?
No one wants that. It's so fucked up. Yeah, when who was that early on Letterman? Pee-wee was always a big fucking guest. What do you think? Pee-wee's gonna sit there like, well, I had a lot of problems with my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna. It's not. No one wanted to hear that. I want to see you be funny. I don't know when celebrities decided that people wanted to hear their serious side or personal experiences, and especially their political ideology, anything like that. I loved watching Carson. What are you doing this weekend? We're opening at the Sands. There's going to be whores.
Yeah.
Funny. Fucking A. You didn't ask Rickles how his mom treated him and how he felt about, he's crying. He's embarrassed. No one. It's not what the show is about. It was fun. Oh, cocksucker. Motherfucker. Pope wrote cunt, sir.
And especially comics.
Yeah.
I remember when Florentine was getting divorced, and I know he's popping on soon. But I felt, I was the first person to know out of all his friends, so I knew it was coming for a long time. I heard every detail of the story, and yes, of course, I felt horrible for the guy. But he unloads, and he really opens up to me, and the best thing I could say after a half hour of him just unloading all of his grief was, oh, at least you'll get a new half hour in your act.
Yeah. Yes.
How deep do you want me to be here? That's all I have.
Divorce and all that shit made for a multitude of show material.
Yeah.
And thank God, because it was some of the funniest shit. But, as you're living it in your life. I couldn't have just taken court transcripts and gone, hey, wait till you hear this, folks. So the defendants, like, you gotta take it for what it is, understand who you are and what your audience expects of you, and deliver. And that was, talking about my stupid ex-wife, her stupid fuck mother-in-law, my mother-in-law, her mother, the Dominic Barbara, the lawyer, like, all that shit was really funny. And same thing with Florentine. I heard the stories and I heard Jim talk about it. And, it wasn't easy for him to go through, but man, how easy it is to come up with material based on it. That's the difference between a comic and some poor motherfucker that has no way to get that poison out of them.
Right. Well, he did a whole hour special right in the studio about it, so it did come out that way.
And the comics are no sympathy for those motherfuckers.
No.
They will say the worst shit. The Voss roast, when it came to talking about Jim, did they fucking light him up about that? A lot of ooh from the audience.
Yeah.
But it's funny. You're laughing. But anytime I called it being in the barrel. You're sitting there in a room full of comics on the O&A show, and it's going around, and people are just getting fucking picked off like snipers, and it's brutal. You're watching, laughing your balls off, and it was always fun because you want to get something in there. You want to get your fucking funny line in and shit on somebody. But the risk was, if it bombed, now he's out of the fucking barrel and you are firmly planted in it, and you're going to be taking shit for your bomb. But you can't think about it too long before you spit it out, because timing's everything. Comedy has a half-life. If you wait a second to spit something out, it's hilarious. 2 seconds, it's half as funny as it would have been 1 second earlier. It's just the way shit is. Mm-hmm. The faster it comes out, it makes it even more funny. So you couldn't really assess if it's going to be funny or not. You just take the chance and blurt it out. And if you bombed and they all just went and looked at you, you're like, oh shit, it's on me now. They're fucking gonna kill me.
Yeah.
And I never had a better time than you're fighting, trying to get, and then finally someone else fucks up and they get away from you, and you're like, oh my God, that was fucking brutal. Some of the funniest shit.
Yeah, tough crowd.
Tough crowd was the same format. Just beating the piss out of someone. Ruthless motherfuckers. And I don't know. Because obviously, look, there's a lot of younger comics out there now that I'm not as familiar with, at least not personally, as I was with the guys, we're talking 20 years ago at this point, 15, 20 years ago. But I don't know if that happens anymore. I don't know if there is that kind of comic fuck with each other, bust balls thing that we saw, because I think we were in the golden age of that shit. Like, there was, you would wish you could sit there and be in that situation, but I don't know if these younger comics are doing that now.
Depends where you're at. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, yes. I mean, that's how a lot of me and my friends are. But yeah, I'm sure in a lot of the groups now.
I said the younger comics, Dave.
Oh, sorry.
Wow. That's very hurtful. Very hurtful.
I forgot how old I am.
It is very hurtful.
How I did.
No, you know what the young comics do? Like, even
aren't I young?
Yeah,
you are, Dave.
Look at that baby face.
You are. You sit with your feet straight out on a couch. It's hilarious. I saw you.
It's a gross problem. I do a whole Lily Tomlin act. It's really awful.
You're the littlest person.
I just go, isn't this chair so big? And it's not. It's just very short.
It's just a regular chair. You're at IKEA doing this bit.
Yeah, it's the only place I can do comedy now.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the young comics do. They do the roast battles thing. They've kind of co-opted that.
Oh, right.
So that they can do what we do, but under the guise of, it's a roast battle.
Yeah.
Instead of us just, like, if there's 5 of us in this room, we're just gonna viciously attack each
even
other.
if the cameras are off,
just
that's
by
just
nature,
it.
right?
Like, I understand the roast battle thing, but you're in front of a crowd, you're on a stage, it's part of being on.
So it's a little nicer way of doing the same thing. They don't feel as because they're all a little more, they're softer.
Yeah, these were, people, there wasn't a mic on, there was no cameras rolling, and people were being shit on. Still, to me, some of the funniest fucking shit I ever heard, ever. Patrice came up to me once. He goes, when I broke up with my girlfriend, I'd been going out with her for 9 years. And just when you think, if you ever think you know what Patrice was going to say, you realize how wrong you were in a second because it's never what you thought. And he goes, because look, me and my girl for 9 years were hanging out with these people. We spent a lot of time together, joking, laughing, and stuff. As a couple, this was my chick, and
since
so
the day she was born.
Yes, pretty much. Well, 18 years after, but so Patrice goes. He goes. So you broke up with that little girl there you were going out with? I'm like, yeah, things didn't work, and I think. Again, wrongly, that Patrice is going to do some kind of, give me some advice, tap me on the shoulder. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. She's a cool girl, and you two seem to get along. I hope everything works. No, that went through my head for a split second. He goes, so, like, when I see her, I ain't got to talk to her no more? Motherfucker! That's fucking hilarious. No, Patrice, you don't have to talk to her anymore.
I don't think there's ever been a situation where you don't immediately shit on the like when somebody says they broke up with a girl, you just shit all over, and then he'll bring her back 2 weeks later.
Oh yeah, that's a good
I always
one.
love that, and you're like, oh yeah, here's that.
Oh
Yeah.
Didn't you? Weren't you just calling her a worthless cunt?
Yeah, didn't you wish death on her when I told you I was getting rid of her?
What happened there?
Or you get the opposite, like. So you and that really, really hot chick broke up? Yeah. Man, that's crazy. I mean, she was super hot. Yeah.
She's not going to have any trouble getting some guy to fuck her immediately. She's probably fucking right now.
Which is a way worse burn.
Like, mother.
She was fucking, she was out of my league. I know it. God damn it.
Yeah, motherfucker. It's a whole thing that I don't think a lot of people really can. Unfortunately, a lot of people can't really understand. Friends bust each other's balls. I always loved that. Even growing up, like I brought up, my buddy Joe Curry and my brother and other people I've known over many years. There's ball busting. It's shit you can only say to your friends.
Oh, Joe is in the middle of going on like a 4-month ball busting over being on my show and pronouncing a word wrong.
Oh, you can just keep pounding him on that one.
Because we were talking about different genres of metal, and he goes, I like the hair metal genre.
Genre. And no way.
And he is not. He opened for me at Uncle Vinny's like 2 weeks ago, and the minute he walked in the room, I was salivating like a wolf. I go, hey Joe, they're gonna put some music on before the crowd comes in. What genre should they play from?
Oh, don't worry, I'm seeing him tonight. I will definitely bring up genre.
What genre of music would you like to come up to tonight? What's
And the look on his face when he walked in is he knew it was coming.
Yeah.
And he saw the look in my face like it's coming right away.
I want to introduce you to my daughter, Janir. I believe Jim Florentine is on the line. There's Jim. How you doing? There he is.
What's going on? Like my background?
It's very, very not what everyone does these days. I like it.
Yeah, look, what do I need? I'm going to put books on a shelf that I don't fucking read like everybody else.
I don't think anyone would have assumed that anyway, Jim.
That's true. Well, I got the new Rob Halford autobiography, so I'd read that. I read that.
Oh, okay. So you could then why didn't you put some gay sex up behind you as a memoriam to?
It is a weird book because you read the autobiography. He talks about like I was on tour with Ozzy Osbourne, and he really helped us out. And then the next paragraph, I went to a Pete booth and I sucked some guy's dick, and I'm like, come on, dude, you're killing me here. And he goes, now the Hellbent for Leather record was our biggest one, and we had this amazing tour. And then I went into this shop and I sucked some guy's dick. I'm like, come on, dude, come on, you're killing me.
Breaking the laws of nature, breaking the laws of nature, breaking the laws of God, breaking the laws of God.
A lot of truck stop action in that book.
It's like,
Really?
Yeah. And I'm
Man,
not
he
talking
pulled a
about
lot
buying
of
beef
dick.
jerky.
No, not buying a little snack before you're on your way again.
it's not like you have to be a rock star to pull cock. So imagine what he was getting.
Yeah, imagine those guys. It's like, hey, fuck, it's Rob Halford sucking my dick.
Well, that was one of the things in the book that was funny because he'd say there was etiquette. You know, when you do this at a truck stop, now we've all heard the thing where you go in the stall, you wait.
Oh, we've heard it.
Someone, yeah, we've all practiced
That's your
it.
Jim Norton. Then you have first-hand info.
And you tap 3 times.
Yeah.
And if the person taps back 3 times, that means it's on. And so he was saying, like, one time after a show, they went over 10 miles down the road, went to a truck stop. He goes in the stall, he waits. Another guy comes in, taps 3 times. Other guy taps. They jerk each other off, like, through a hole or whatever. And then the etiquette is supposed to be whoever comes last leaves last. You let the other person go out, wash up, and when they hear the door close, then you come out.
Because you don't want that embarrassment of looking at each other and, hey, how you doing? Hey, great hand job.
So unfortunately what happened was Halford went out first, started washing up. The guy didn't know the etiquette. He came out, Rob turns and looks, and the guy's got a Judas Priest t-shirt on.
Oh, shit. Just
from the concert.
That he just signed with Rob Halford.
Yeah, Rob wrote his name and...
Halford signed the shirt. Where? See this white spot? I can't get it out. Jizzed all over it.
Oh, big fan, man. Big fan. Could you
I guess the
imagine?
benefit is so many people dressed like Rob Halford back then. He probably didn't notice.
Yeah, I'm not Rob Halford.
Yeah, it's like
I'm Rob Halford. Yes.
Yeah. There was another thing he wrote in the book that he had a crush on. He tried to hit on the singer from Iron Maiden. I'm like, I'm not a prude, but I don't want to hear that.
No, that's just it.
I know. I don't want to hear that.
You're like, who does he think the book's for? It's obviously for his audience. Now, there are going to be some very tolerant people that'll be like, oh, this is great. I'm getting an insight on his personal life and his gay lifestyle and whatnot. But I think the vast majority of fans, like Jim, don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to fucking hear the details.
Well, I think the thing that was funny about that is because their first singer was such a guy's guy. Like, he's a guy that, would take you into alley and like break your face just for fun after a night of drinking at the pub. And he dared have the audacity to hit on him. And he said, in all fairness, we were both so loaded. Like, I couldn't pull it off, and he didn't even realize what was going on. But yeah, there's a lot of it in there.
Did we even know? Like, it's hard in hindsight to remember. Did we, until it was actually out in the public, did we suspect it? Because you look back and go, fuck, look at how he's dressed. Look how he's moving. Like he just looks gay. He's dressed like Vito at that fucking bar before Tony... before Frank Vincent stuck a pool cue up Vito's ass. He dressed in the biker hat. And it's a joke. That whole shit. Like, did you know?
No. And he always, like all the pictures, he always had penthouse pets around him. Like in the photo.
Yeah.
And then he came out on the encore on a Harley and sang the song Hellbent for Leather. So you're like, there's no way. You never thought that. It's just like your parents didn't think the priests were going to touch you. No, go spend the weekend with them in the woods. You have a father figure in your life. Yeah. Then you come home with an ice pack on your asshole. No, that didn't happen. Don't say that. Don't make those things up. Mom, he did something to me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, now every one of those outfits are just related to deviant sexuality. Leather, priest, Boy Scouts.
Yeah, no one would dress as Rob Halford from Judas Priest to go to a Priest show. Like, after that was out, because it was like, oh, I'm dressed like a gay man from Cruising.
Right.
It's like
Chino's movie Cruising. I'm dressed just like it.
In hindquarters, you see it. Hindsight.
Right.
You see it.
But you'd assume that everybody in the hair band Janier would be gay.
The Janier.
Yeah,
Please never let him live that down.
Oh, I'm not. Immediately. It's like I said, I'm seeing
The slightest slip of the tongue, and it'll be 20 years from now.
Janier is going to be in play.
And Halford also said that he was afraid to come out because he thought like the heavy metal fans wouldn't accept him, but we didn't care. Like when he came out in like 92, 93, like whatever, who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Yeah, no one cared at that point. I think timing was everything, though. I think if he had done it during the 80s, there might have been more backlash. Yeah. Like Queen, too, with fucking Freddie Mercury. The fact that everyone didn't know the fucking band's name is Queen. The fact that they didn't know that this guy was flaming gay is amazing to me. And I don't think his fans really would have cared. Even earlier in the band's career, I don't think they would have cared. It's like
I can't think one person at Wembley wasn't like, you think?
Yeah. When
a
you have
little?
100,000 fucking screaming limeys at Wembley. I don't think, he's gay? Oh, where are the exits? I'm out of here. Fuck those songs that I know every word to. Yeah, you just, the music's the music. I think, I don't know who should be called homophobic for deciding not to let them. Like, it's probably an agent or someone with a money interest that goes, yeah, keep your fag mouth shut. We're not going to do this anymore. And it's like, no, the fans really don't care. They like the music. I don't give a fuck. As long as I like the music, I don't give a fuck what the people do.
Even like Elton John, wasn't he supposedly he was married to a woman in the 80s?
They set that up. Yeah. They said, dude, you gotta marry a woman. There's these fucking rumors around that you're gay, and no one's gonna buy this album of amazing #1 hit songs. Yeah. They really did shit on the music. As an artist, you'd think you'd go to them and go, wait, you don't think that my songs transcend that I fucking suck a cock or two? Like, they're not going to give a fuck.
I think it was a few more than two.
Is.
Just maybe two, three cocks.
You think 2 or 3?
How
okay.
Many? 2 or 3?
All right, two is where I draw the line.
Oh, and they were sucking dick back then. Yeah. How any of those guys escaped AIDS is beyond me. Like Halford, think about that. The motherfucker was doing gay shit through the 70s and 80s. How the fuck did you dodge that bullet?
Yeah.
Elton John, too, yeah.
Elton, another one that just, had to have fucking, but I guess not. You see some of these old, when I would take the old boat ride over there with Keith Maresca over to Cherry Grove and Fire Island.
Yeah.
And you'd see some of these.
Rest in peace, Keith.
Yeah. You'd see some of these old queens.
Oh, Fire Island.
They're like 50s, in their 50s, 60s. These just old gay guys. And you look at them like the soldiers that got off of Normandy Beach. You're like going, how did you fucking make it? What happened? Did you get behind the fucking thing and you shoot? Like, how did they miss AIDS?
Yeah, how'd you...
Don't you remember all the blood?
Yeah.
Would you hide behind an AIDS dune?
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, hit that cock nest up there. Get it fucking... spraying AIDS all over us. Yeah, I don't know how some of those guys made it through because, it's just luck. Raw dogging 70s dick from fucking Studio 54. How anyone walked out of that place alive
any one of them.
is beyond me. Oh, God.
With all the coke and partying going on in that whole, Studio 54 and the limelight and all that stuff. And there were plenty of guys who would... but let's face it, when it got to the end of the night, they were primarily heterosexual, but it got to the end of the night and you had blow, I might put a penis in my mouth for a couple lines.
Coke and a few Cosmos. You're fucking going down on anything. It's not like you could just call Uber. You had to be there a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were a busboy, you probably got fucked by Steve Rubel several times.
Oh, yeah, Rubel was
not
fucking
even
anything that moved. How many dead fucking busboys were there from Studio 54?
Oh yeah, he didn't put anything on the fuck.
That's a tough one.
Did you guys interview Halford a couple times on VH1? Didn't you?
Yeah,
that's what
he was on probably 3 or 4. He's a great guy, man. He's got a great sense of humor and all that stuff. Yeah. He's awesome.
I just downloaded his book, and now I'm iffy on it, but I am going to read it for real. I just
No,
actually
it's a great book. It really is. It's a great story about his whole life and all that stuff.
And I just had him on that Jamieson show.
Yeah.
So well, we love Robin. He's such a gentleman, and there was even there was that little controversy about Sebastian Bach was on the Legion of Skanks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they were asking him about how he warms up his voice, and he was saying, Rob Halford taught me a trick, and Big J, like you're in the moment, you're improvising, and he goes, what does he say? A gargle with some cum, and it'll be,
of course.
And then Sebastian got mad and he walked off, and okay, fair enough. But then, they had Halford booked like the following week. And Rob, of course, being a gentleman, he does not cancel. He comes on, and not only does that, he addresses it.
Oh.
And he goes, I heard about what happened with Sebastian last week. He's a friend of mine and everything. He goes, but you guys got it all wrong. I don't gargle with cum. I swallow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So he diffused the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll diffuse it.
I'm sure he's learned how to over time. I mean, that guy was gay when it was not popular.
There's a very kind of famous picture of Sebastian with the AIDS kills fags dead shirt.
Yes,
on,
yeah.
Which, obviously, look, it was a different time. Ideas change, your own opinions change and stuff. But you have to take that into consideration if you're going to walk off a show. It's almost like you have to own that you at some point did that.
Yeah.
At the time, it was a fair medical warning.
Was that put out by the New England Journal of Medicine?
Is the CDC?
but here, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Here's what I think. I think.
Thank you, Internet.
What yes, the internet is truly forever. I think that Sebastian, more so than being genuinely offended, is doing what everyone else is doing now. He's instantly in his head went, oh, fuck, if this clip gets out and I'm sitting here chuckling or I even stay, then they're going to call me this and that and homophobic. I got to get up and leave. So it wasn't so much, at least I think, it wasn't so much, oh, I'm so offended. It's, holy fuck, I got to keep my gig.
Yeah.
That's what everyone's doing now. Humor is, I saw this clip last night on the internet, which was so funny. It's so simple, too. This Australian guy, it seems, he's on this bicycle. And behind him, he's trailing this, you ever see these little trailer things for children? They hitch up to the back of your bike. It's a little enclosed kind of tent-looking thing with wheels.
Like a carriage.
And you pull him around. And he's in the woods going off jumps, but they show the little kid like they obviously taped it in advance of him okay, he's a cute little kid. And this guy's smashing the thing as he's taking jumps. And it's really funny. And I go, this is a great explanation of jokes. I go, if he was really doing that, you'd be horrified. Like you'd want the police. There would be, here it is.
Right. So you get the close-up of the
I don't
kid.
think this is him, actually. No, this isn't the one. Unless it's later on. He goes over some insane shit. It just starts off with the kid laughing and in the back thing, and then he's going over insane jumps. But it's like if it was real, of course, that would be horrific. It's nothing to joke about. The child is being hurt. Since it's not real, it becomes very funny because it's so outrageous. And that's what jokes are, the taboo subjects of jokes. Here it is, right?
Yeah.
Look, he's got look how hard it hits. Dude, I love this.
And people probably went nuts.
Yeah, there were some people that like
The kid's almost too happy to be offended.
It's so funny. He goes over a jump where he goes upside down. And the fact that they show the kid, he's all happy. He's on the edge of... Now, if it was real, he should be arrested, right?
Wait, they would have arrested him because the kid would have been dead from shaking around.
Yes, he'd have that shaky brain kid thing. But since it's not, it's funny. So like a joke, if a joke about rape or anything, it's not really rape. it's a joke and it's supposed to be so outrageous. That's what makes it fun. Yeah, here, this is where the kid really starts getting thrown around. Look at this shit. You know what that would do to his little head? And he's smiling. He's adorable. Look at this jump. Look how hard it hits. And he's like, whoa. It's fucking great. You can watch it at your leisure. I thought that was so fucking clever. But it's such a great example of people that don't understand context and joking. If it's real, it's the worst thing you've ever seen. If it's not, it's hilariously funny. It's that easy. It's that simple.
Yep.
So jokes about race and sexuality and rape or any other thing. There's no place for a joke about that. Oh, is there a place to joke about a child being beaten to death by the road when his little cart hits the street? No.
There wasn't a raped baby in the back of that bike.
No.
That wasn't a raped baby. People don't get it.
That's
just
wrong.
Don't get it. I have another one. Thank you, sir. Oh my God, what are you guys doing?
Taking a ride would have a whole new meaning.
Oh, that's so funny. I love how they keep going back to the kid though, and he's fine. But that thing when he went off that one jump, it hit the kid would have pulled 9 G's on that one hit alone.
When it flipped.
Oh, forget about it. What a clever thing to do. Yeah, you guys, what do you got going for yourselves here? Live stream event Saturday, November 28th, live from Maine. 7 p.m. Eastern. Don Jamieson, of course, watch on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, or your computer. Your computer. Tickets at watchlivenow.com. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, look at us.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah, we're doing
yeah.
live streaming, live pay-per-view streaming comedy show. They're gonna have 50 people in the theater. I guess like 33% or whatever it's gonna be. So it'll be in front of a live audience, and you can watch it from your house.
Yeah, DePaulo just did one of these in Vegas, and it was fucking awesome, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, you need that element of a live audience.
Yeah.
So even if they're cutting it down, which is fucking ridiculous, at least it's a live audience. So as you're watching, it's not like this weird alien. I am so sick of this, Jim. I'm so disgusted with this COVID nonsense. Everyone should get it. Everyone should get it. Just like they did with every other flu or virus. And I'm so sorry. If something happens where immune systems or age or diabetes, obesity, whatever the fuck, I'm sorry, then hide in your closet, stay away from it, and do what you need to do. But to destroy people's lives like this, what they're doing with, all right, go back to work. No, you can't. Business is kind of open. No, now it's closed again, is murdering people. That's where the real crime of this whole thing is. And I think most of it is just nonsense anyway.
Well, I like how, you can't have more than 10 people in your house on Thanksgiving, right? But the next day is Black Friday, and you could pack every store and go buy shit.
Yeah.
No shit. Yeah. Are they still allowing
200
it too?
people in the fucking Kohl's buying stuff, Christmas stuff, because it's Black Friday. So you're okay there. Just don't be in a house with your family members where they were.
Yeah, the hypocrisy there.
Yeah,
They're letting you buy a bunch of shit for Christmas, which they're not going to let you have either.
Right. Yeah. We're just waiting for that lockdown.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
But on Black Friday, you can pack it like Jim. You can pack into a Kohl's so that you can buy a 10-gallon drum of cheese curls.
It's good shit.
Yeah, because that'll get you through the pandemic.
Yeah, there's a hypocrisy there. There's just the power play that everyone's doing. I don't want to sound like Mr. Fucking, hey, how you doing? Obviously, the globalists are trying to. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this is. I think they're getting very used to being able to really make us walk the walk these days. Like this, and I don't know if anything is intentional. I think some of it is. But if there was one thing that came out of this, it's the government agencies and higher ups, upper echelon, saying, holy fuck, I never thought they'd bow like this. They really do. Boy, when we put the rules down, they do comply.
We've been jumping through hoops to make this gig in Maine happen. This
No
live
shit,
stream.
right?
It was originally 2 shows later. Then we had to move to 2 shows earlier. Now we have to cut it down to 1 show. The audience had to be cut. Like we've just been like every couple days is a new thing. Like, okay, do we still want to do it? Because now here's the new rule, and it's only Tuesday. We still have to get to Saturday, so let's see. Jim, it
You're
might
in
be
Maine. How bad is Maine?
yeah, like what? Like 3 people have it
Yeah.
since it started.
I've never heard COVID and Maine.
And there's 8
I've
people in the
never
whole
heard any.
state.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to enjoy your Canadian audience or whatever, or fucking Newfie. I don't know.
This whole like the coronavirus thing with the governors and the government and stuff like that, it's almost like having a controlling wife where she's going to let you know when you can have fun.
Yeah.
You used to have all this fun before the lockdown. You know, you could do whatever you want. You were fucking running wild with your friends.
Right.
But now you're in this relationship. You can have a little here. No. Take that back. No. You can't do that. And that's what, and we'll just sit. We're just fucking saps going, okay.
Yeah,
Can you tell us
okay.
when that might be open again?
I'm
And we just sit there
gonna.
and
Where
fucking
do
take
you?
it.
Where do you think you're going?
Exactly.
Oh, me and my buddies were gonna. No. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so we're having 8 of your family members over? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
2 of us, we're bringing 8.
Yeah, no, I want to go to a mom and pop store to get a card. No, that you can't go in there, but you can go to the Walmart. You go there.
Yeah. Go to the Walmart with
Not
us.
in the mom and pop store. You're allowed to go there, but not the mom and pop store.
None of it makes sense.
And like the gig, we had a gig canceled for Thanksgiving Eve, which we've done 5 years in a row.
Me
Big night.
too.
Big-
Sorry, not a big
pissed.
night out.
Not a big night
Yeah,
out.
not
So
at all.
the Pennsylvania governor decides, oh, you know what? No booze after
booze.
5 o'clock, and we're playing a brewery.
Yeah, craft
great.
brewery with no food. So that's the only way they make money on drinks.
Just booze. By the way, it wasn't the governor. It was the Philadelphia Secretary
Trans lady.
of Health. Which, if you've seen this motherfucker, pop that fucking freak of nature up.
Oh, this one.
How this thing was even put in a place where this mental fucking deranged motherfucker is being put in a position to tell you what you can and can't do with your life. This fucking thing
Oh my God.
is saying no, in my opinion, in my expert opinion, as a rational human, I don't think you should be able to get drinks the night before Thanksgiving in Philadelphia. This fucking monster. I've had it.
This is good. Glenn Close fucked Rick Moranis.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
She should visit New York then.
Oh, my God.
Anthony, would you?
Oh, my God. There is no way
Nothing.
of even. I couldn't possibly function in that. It's fucking Howard Stern ran out of hair dye.
$100,000 cash.
$100,000?
Cash.
No way.
No taxes
way.
taken out. No taxes taken out.
No taxes? Oh, now maybe.
I'm not saying
Yeah, nobody will know. It's $100,000 clear.
I swear.
Does it have to be legs in the air, full eye contact, or can you go from behind?
Well, do we know if the entire process has been done?
Who knows?
I bet it hasn't actually.
Who knows? How dare you
About
ask?
$200,000 at a truck stop.
That's my accountant right there.
Through a
it's
wall.
literally my fucking accountant, Barry.
Pretend you're just having
He
dinner.
still got cock and balls, so we'll throw an extra $50,000 on.
Tax
He's not even trying. We talked about it yesterday.
We got to tax.
A
We got to
little
tax
rouge.
balls.
A little fucking lipstick and some rouge, maybe. Some eyeshadow. You're not even trying.
Yeah, that's true. That's what it is. I need her to have redder cheeks.
Yeah.
That's what canceled our show Wednesday.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
that thing,
canceled your
yeah.
show.
It's like
This person decided that people shouldn't be allowed to have access to booze on the night before Thanksgiving because this is the all-wise wisdom, straight, well, not straight, but rational thinking.
rational, right?
This person, how did this
that's like
fucking
the-
person get in any power
The scene in Lost in America where Julie Haggerty gets fired by the kid at the fast food place. He goes, "He's the one that fired you." She's 38. He's like 16.
Yeah. That's why your gig isn't happening.
Yeah.
Is because of this motherfucker. Oh my God.
Jesus.
Get a better wig.
And some conditioner, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. You could put a wig on. It looks fucking great. Nice straight
I don't even
hair.
know if
I think that's his
is
hair.
What?
I think it's his real hair.
No way.
Yeah, because I saw a picture of him before, and he had like the curly fro.
But I could see some receding underneath. And
Well, that's
you
'cause
couldn't
she's a man.
That's way too full. Maybe extensions. Look, okay, look at the frizz on the outside, and then look at the curls. No, go up a little. No, take the thing up, I mean. See the curls as
My
opposed
dick?
to the frizz? I think there's extensions underneath to poof out
Yeah.
the frizz.
Because look on the outside. See how it's very badly damaged.
Yes.
You've got to use a better conditioner.
Yeah. Conditioner.
Mentally and
Anthony.
physically badly damaged.
Yes.
Anthony.
Yeah.
All right, so Trump overturns the election and wins for another 4 years. So you got to fuck her twice, not once, twice.
For my country, I have to take the hit. I have to think
right.
back
Do it
at all
twice.
the soldiers that had given their lives, made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. And who am I to take that opportunity and throw it away to save our country? So, yes, I'm.
You will.
Oh my!
I'd fuck the guy on the
God.
left to get Trump
Yes.
for 4 more years.
I'm
Yeah.
all inside Shlomo Levine.
Yeah, I'd much rather.
Jesus.
Is that an option? Young him
Oh
instead of old her?
That's good. It's going to be nice to fucking pork Jeffrey Ross up the ass. Oh, Jesus.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad that you do that for your country.
For my
That means a
country.
lot.
For my country.
The patriot.
Okay.
Lay me down in Arlington Cemetery afterwards. I want an eternal flame.
They'll put a statue
that
up people
kind.
can tip over.
You just had an eternal flame.
An eternal flame. No shit.
Yeah, he already is one.
God damn. Fucking brutal. Oh, is that terrible?
Let's get serious.
Oh, this is a
my
mental
God.
patient here. This is a guy, I guess, hiking. You know, the mask thing is really annoying. I feel like I'm putting on a muzzle. I feel like actually I'm capitulating to what fucked over this election too. Like I'm paying attention to those rules. Every time you put that mask on, I get this feeling like I'm giving in.
And it's a silencer.
Yeah, it's a silencer. It's the muzzle that you put on a dog. It's fucking, you know, you see those signs. It's like, don't be this guy. And it's someone on a mask going, oh, I'm an asshole. And then there's the mask people. And it's like, oh, they got halos over their fucking head. I'm sick of it. But this guy, he's hiking. This guy, although he seems like a mental patient that's just walking the woods looking for a fucking murder victim. But then there's these other people hiking. Now, you don't wear a mask hiking in the mountains. I'm sorry. Never. I will now go and say, I'm representing the CDC right now. You don't have to wear a mask if you're hiking in the woods. Don't worry. And this guy...
You're on a mountain.
On a fucking mountain. And by the way, when you're hiking, you're breathing deeply. You don't need to breathe in your own fucking CO2. It's not a good thing.
Does it matter that it was called COVID Mountain?
COVID mountain where it's encased in a COVID atmosphere? Yes. I didn't know it was that mountain.
Yeah.
It's, so this guy gets all pissy that someone isn't wearing a mask, and then he proceeds to spit on them and say that he has COVID. This is how mental these people are. You got to take into consideration how mentally damaged these motherfuckers are. And look at this.
I have COVID. I've been tested positive.
Get back here. Hale.
You okay? No.
Are you okay? No, look at.
I have COVID.
I have COVID.
I've been tested positive.
Get back here. Hale.
You okay?
By the way, look at that scene. The horizon is like a million miles away. There's two other people around them. And this guy gets so pissed they weren't wearing a mask. By the way, he's not wearing a mask. That he starts spitting on them and saying he has COVID.
Look at that view, though. This is why humans don't deserve to exist anymore.
Yeah.
They're up there arguing about this bullshit, and they're looking at fucking
He's
the
the
greatest
COVID
view
police.
I've ever seen,
The
and they're
COVID
upset
police.
about a
Da, da,
mask.
da, 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 da. Hey, come on, Stacy. I'm trying to do some business over here. The COVID
What?
police. Da 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 da. This guy appointed himself the mask police, and even though this is literally in the middle of nowhere, he thinks that if he comes upon somebody, that they need be wearing a mask up in the mountains.
And it's his duty
to
to enforce
spit
it
on them.
and spit on him.
And say he has COVID.
That's the Chris Cuomo of the mountains right
Yes, he's the Chris Cuomo. Isn't it fucked up, though, that they're all
Yeah,
mentally
the Chris
ill?
Christie's never gonna make it that high.
there. Yeah.
This guy's obviously mentally ill, and that seems to be a lot of the people that you see making a big stink about this shit. They're deranged.
Well, Chris
no one really
Cuomo
wants to bring it up.
Chris Cuomo from CNN.
Yeah.
Every day, you're a piece of shit if you don't wear a mask.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you. Stay indoors. And then 10 seconds later, he's at a store with no mask, with a COVID positive test, going, "Oh, what the fuck do you know? I'll beat the shit out of you."
Yeah, he's threatening.
The next day, he's on the air. Always wear a mask. Don't.
And his brother, the governor, is getting a fucking Emmy. For something, for fucking something, for his
What?
TV shows.
For killing the most old people? Is that what he got the Emmy for? I didn't know that was a category.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I thought it hit rock bottom when Jim and I got Emmys, but now it's really now the award has no meaning.
Now it really has taken a dive. It's so fucked.
Yeah.
Like he killed old people, but because he went on TV every day and went, eat your sausage and peppers alone, madon. He fucking embarrassed Italians, and
Still does.
and still does, yes, on a daily basis, and he gets an award. We're in a weird place here. We're in a very strange fucking place. A cop got dressed. I don't know why cops are doing anything. This was in the great city of Chicago, Illinois, where police officers really just should stop doing anything. Don't answer calls. Don't touch anyone. Just drive away. You could drive near the place to say, yeah, I was there. Fill out your paperwork. Yeah, I drove by. I didn't fucking see anything. Because this is insane. This cop... This looks like a stunt from a fucking movie. He's hanging onto the door of a perpetrator's car. He had a traffic stop. The guy goes to pull away. The cop grabs the door, which I don't know why you'd even do this. Why the fuck would you do this? I'm sure he wanted to shoot the motherfucker, but you know what ills that brings. So he's not even going to. So he holds on. The way this plays out, how this guy is still alive, he's in very serious condition, the cop. But this is insane. Watch this clip. Not that car, the white car that comes around. Here it is. Look at the cops on the door. Oh!
Holy shit.
Oh!
I thought that was a stripe.
He gets dislodged. And, yeah. Look at this.
Well, in the movies, Tom Cruise would have held on with one hand and then gave him an awful pinch with the other.
Yes.
And
which would've
repressed his
turned it.
homosexuality.
Yeah, and then parked the car and then switched hands. And,
Fucking rolled,
Yeah.
rubbed his head, gotten back up. Yeah, something like that. In real life, he slides lifeless into a fucking picture window.
yeah.
I mean,
he just took 15 years off his life if he still has it.
that is fucked up. And then, by the way, you see another cop pull up right behind that car, and the guy isn't shot to death. I mean, if you were going to be this crazy, insane, racist, systemic racist cop, wouldn't you just open fire? Look what he did to your buddy.
Jesus.
Flung him into a wall.
And the worst part,
What
he was
happened to the cop? You know, is he all right?
Serious
They got him on the wall?
condition, in the hospital. A lot of trauma. But you know, the cops didn't hop out and didn't just start firing. They would have had a perfect excuse, by the way. But they didn't, because it's just not the way everyone says. But
Why did he drive off on him?
Why do
Did
anything?
they say? Well, no, but did they find anything after?
No, it was just a traffic stop.
So he wanted to get out of
believe
a
me,
ticket?
the lawyer for the guy in the car will say he drove away because he was scared. He was very scared because of this, this. And then they'll go, I was just scared. I drove away. I was in fear for my life. And again, the media, the fucking media is complicit by perpetuating this bullshit that every cop on the street is a bad guy. So you get cops being thrown through windows. If you're a cop, like, first, God bless you. Secondly, don't do anything. What are you, crazy? We'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. I'll go out. I'll fucking got a gun. I don't need the police to protect me. Take a report afterward. Maybe cut me some slack if I jumped the gun a little on pulling the trigger. But
yeah, a lot of these say shoot first, Officer Anthony.
Yeah, I know. But I'll tell you, officers, look, I'm all for you guys. Don't do a thing. Just leave it alone.
Don't they have quotas still, though?
Quotas? I don't even know if they have quotas. For a ticket? They probably have
probably
ticket
now
quotas.
with the coronavirus, because they're not making a lot of money, so they're definitely pulling people over to get money for the ticket.
Don't pull that guy over. And if you do when he goes to leave, let go of the door.
Well, the only reason he let go is because the car said it couldn't breathe.
Oh, is that it? So he hit the fucking wall.
It was too much pressure.
Well, he shook him pretty quickly when he hit that fucking curb.
Anthony, I hope you're moving to a stand your ground state.
Mm-hmm. I am, South Carolina.
It is a stand your ground?
Oh, yeah, stand your ground. It's a must issue concealed carry permit, not a may issue, which New York State is. Like they may or they may not. It should be called a may not issue because they go to every excuse to try to not give you a license to concealed carry. In South Carolina, it's a must issue where you go through, you fill out your paperwork and what have you, and they will issue you a concealed carry permit as an American citizen and a citizen of South Carolina. And yeah, I'll do that. I love that DePaulo, that motherfucker, moves down to Georgia. The first thing he does, Anthony, what kind of fucking gun should I get? Nick, get yourself a fucking pistol and get yourself an AR-15 and you'll be set. And then I start hearing things like from my gun buddy, shit I'd hear from my gun buddies. I'm hearing from Nick. Yeah, I can't find fucking ammo worth of shit around here. I know, Nick. I know. Ammo's a bitch. You gotta.
I bought some in a brown paper bag down in Atlanta off a rapper.
Yeah. But it's so funny because knowing Nick in New York for so many years, he was always like, I want to get a gun. My fucking wife, she don't want me to have one. And then this in the state, I got to fuck this, fuck that. And then he moves down to Georgia and he's fucking Tony Montana with every fucking gun he wants. I told him like where I'm thinking of movie. He goes, I fucking crossed the border. I buy my fucking ammo there. All right. So it's like, maybe we can hook up and go to the range there, Nick. Yeah. I got some fun targets we can shoot at. I love it. You're a New York, New Jersey guy though, right? I can't see either of you guys leaving this area. It's hard too with what.
Yeah, I got a kid, so he's in school. I can't really leave. If I didn't, I probably would. I'm not sure. I'd go maybe to Florida for a while.
Yeah.
See what's going on down there, but. I'm stuck for the next 8 years.
That's like my brother, too. You know, he's got a kid in school, so he's in that boat. My sister, who has a kid in school also, was just
They're leaving.
She goes, I'm the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And she went down to South Carolina. Like I hinted, like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to South Carolina. She like sold the house, bought a house down there. Yep. She's got a great job down there already, and they're fucking ready to go. And she's like, all right, where are you? Like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? She is a motivated motherfucker, my sister Dawn. But, yeah, we got to get out of New York State. I can't justify paying these taxes for what used to be some kind of, I don't know, what was it? Like
police protection?
Yeah, police protection. It was some kind of cred. Like, oh, yeah, I'm in New York. I'm in the city. I'm in fucking, yeah, we do this and that. And now that means nothing. All the biggest corporations, I don't see them going back to renting these unbelievably priced offices when everyone's doing their job perfectly fine via Zoom or whatever. So, I could do a show from anywhere. It could look just like this. And yeah, I could be anywhere.
Yeah,
Why
instead
the fuck am I staying in New York?
Instead of renting 8 floors in a building, they'll just go, who's the 20 people that we need here every day?
Right.
We'll rent a half a floor. And the crazy thing is that really the most people that you're seeing in the city are construction workers because all these contracts got done before COVID, and now they have to build all these high rises.
And no one's going to rent them.
Nobody.
There's going to be no one in these buildings.
All over Midtown, too, which has just been decimated.
Yeah.
Yeah, go out, walk the streets. See who's fucking out there. See who's fucking wandering around out on those streets. It's not Merrill Lynch, Pierce Fenner, and Ziggy.
They do, however, have their desk.
I knew he did.
Well, the honeymooners, of course.
Merrill Lynch, Pierce Fenner, and Ziggy.
Anthony, what's going to be your background? Anthony, what's going to be your background when you move to south of the border?
Actually, I'm just going to loop that guy pulling the puppy out of the alligator's jaws. Because that'll be me with my cats, I think.
It's good.
You see that guy? That's fucking... it wasn't a big alligator.
Yeah, I mean,
let's be honest. But it is an alligator. And it did have his little puppy in its jaws. And he's 74 years old.
It should be a fireworks store or something behind you.
Oh, yeah.
A fireworks store south of the border.
Yeah.
Some fucking... a Waffle House.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods fucking a Perkins waitress. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, look at this guy.
Yeah, there's a little alligator.
Puppy. You feel bad for him, but man, he was taking him in. That little... It's a little fucking alligator, but they could do some damage. Boy, they'll just eat
that dog just ran away too. Like as soon as it got released.
Oh yeah, he knew to get the fuck out of there. Oh, I haven't heard from the guy. Let me hear what he says. Well, let me tell you.
And, I just went right in the water after the gator and gunner.
For nearly 20 seconds, it was a wrestling match between man and gator. Richard with what appears to be a cigar in his mouth the entire time. Gunner's
Didn't
wife
even go out.
In the end, Richard was able to pry Gunner from the small predator's grip, allowing the dog to say, "Later, gator."
Oh, it was just a shock. It happened so fast that, instinct just took over.
His hands are on his teeth.
3-month-old Gunner managed to escape with only a small wound. Richard ended up with some cuts on his hands.
Everything's going through my mind. And he said an alligator, and I was like,
oh, no.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, I really did not grasp it.
Look at
The dramatic rescue was captured as part of a research project where residents living near wildlife habitats allow cameras to be placed in their backyards.
Come on.
Definitely not typical. It's not what we expected to see.
With more than 1 million alligators in the state of Florida, a chance of
the Alligator King.
That when they were
I took that
it's gonna be a new Netflix
eye.
series, The Alligator King.
Yeah. Remember when they were like an endangered species, the alligator? Oh, we may never see him again. Like, give him a week without killing him, and they're all over the place in Florida. It's insane.
We should have let nature do its job and just get rid of them. No one needs those things.
Yeah, they're dinosaurs that just don't know when to check out.
I love how they're like the nature reserve that the guy's living on, and they're like, "Can we see what happens?" Yeah, animals eat other animals.
Yeah,
Why do you need scientists to figure this out?
We told
Work
them
on COVID.
We told them it's a nature show. It's actually a show about how animals kill other people's pets. Yeah. It's like a Faces of Death for pets that we're producing.
It's not so much the size of that little alligator as it is. I know where there's a little alligator. There's big ones that made the little ones.
Right.
I'm not going in that water.
You ever see those giant dinosaur-like alligators on the golf courses down there sometimes? And they're just like, let them go. And you look at it like, that's a fucking monster. Yeah. A legitimate fucking monster.
Yeah, you should never let it go. You should kill it right there, point blank on the golf course.
Everyone should assault it with clubs.
I like the way
just
you
beat it to death on hole 9. Fuck that. Stick the flag in it in one of the wound holes.
Oh. It sounds like you hate alligators, but I'll tell you who I hate more. Steven Singer from Steven Singer Jewelers.
Worst.
The most hated jeweler in America is excited to introduce you to someone very special. Who could this be? Oh, she's beautiful, classy, and she's brilliant. She'll dazzle you. People can't stop staring at her. Meet Krista. She's easy. Whoa, wait a minute. It says it in the copy. Don't blame me. Krista is Steven Singer's most loved engagement ring and takes the stress of guesswork out of finding the perfect ring. A bright white, 100% eye flawless, near colorless, high quality, round, brilliant cut diamond expertly set into a classic solitaire Tiffany setting that's going to withstand the test of time. Oh, yeah, Krista's available. She's ready for love and ready to meet you. Steven Singer isn't in the jewelry business. He's in the love business. Like a pimp. I'm in the love business. The magnificent full 1 carat round brilliant cut diamond is only $31.98. That's right. Don't think it's $31.98. Don't be stupid. But it's an amazing price for a 1 carat diamond ring. Jeepers. I spent $800 on my diamond ring. I bought at Penn Station Jewelers when I went to marry my girl, my ex-wife. $800 at the Penn Station jewelry store before I hopped on a train to go up to Boston and propose to her in front of her mother-in-law. I can't believe it, Anthony. You bought my Jennifer a diamond ring? Have some Grand Marnier with me, would you please? I have to drive to the store. I don't make left-hand turns. 3 rights make a left. Left-hand turns are very dangerous. Can you put the garage door opener in my freezing cold garage during your Christmas vacation? That was my dear mother-in-law. Don't make the same mistake I did, kids. Go to Steven Singer Jewelers. Yeah, it doesn't have to be expensive. And shipping and 12-month interest-free financing. Steven's showroom is open by appointment only. Or go, to IHateStevenSinger.com and click on the Krista Ready for Love engagement ring. Steven Singer Jewelers at the other corner of 8th and Walnut right there in Philadelphia. Appointment or online at IHateStevenSinger.com. Thank you, Steven. We do adore our friend Steven Singer. Oh my God! Another fun thing going on in the news. What happened to Drew Barrymore? Her show got slammed after marrying teacher and his alleged former student. Oh my goodness! Have you seen any clips?
The show was great up until this moment.
Oh yeah, right up until then. There are so many horrible shows. Look. I know there are funny women out there. I get it. There are.
Drew Barrymore.
I've seen a couple. But when you just exclusively, it's like specifically pick a woman to be on a show just because she's a woman, that's not going to work. Like, oh, look how diverse we are. She's a prime example of this. Who thought Drew Barrymore was funny or entertaining to talk to? She whipped out her tits on David Letterman's desk once, and everyone was like, let's give her a show. Why? She got a big fucking tits out.
Well, she was married to Tom Green.
Tom Green.
So that always ends up happening. Like,
yeah,
if you Jenny McCarthy was married to Jim Carrey.
They all.
So then she became. Then every headline was comedian Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah.
Like you become that, you don't become Mrs. Jim Carrey, you become comedian Jenny McCarthy.
Like when Sonny Bono hit the tree and he was like a congressman, his wife gets to step in and be the congresswoman until the next election. I don't know how that works.
She didn't want to be the skier.
No, she didn't want to be the skier. No one did at that point.
He wasn't very good either.
No. Ooh. But then you get situations like this. And, just let me say this. She can't be funny.
Take a look at Selena and Dan's story.
It's the puffy shirt.
Hi, I'm Selena. I'm a registered nurse.
And my name's Dan. I'm a high school physics teacher.
We're currently engaged and we live in Old Saybrook, Connecticut.
I knew she was special right from day one.
We met several years ago in school through mutual friends. And we've been together now for 7 years. I admire him and I see just a positive future for us and for the world because he makes a really awesome impact on a lot of people, especially me.
I see beauty and I see generosity and I see hard work.
I see tits.
And
an ass like a snare drum.
Every day when you walk in the door, you're in your scrubs and I'm really impressed. How
see
you do
conical
that. You get
tits.
back up and keep doing it.
I was working as a pediatric nurse at a children's hospital in Connecticut.
I was working as a pediatric nurse. He was dating one of my patients.
And Dan, how are you doing today?
I'm really excited.
But why is this even a story?
Yeah, why? What's
Yeah, I
the
don't
problem?
get it. What's wrong?
He was her teacher.
And
He was a teacher where?
In college.
Yeah, if it's junior high, there's an issue.
Right, I was
fucking
gonna say.
college.
It's got to be. She's no older than 21, 22. Come on.
what was needed.
But 7 years they were dating? How old is she there?
And I just
She's got to be 30.
a nurse.
No.
28?
Went out saying she had to quit
18.
her job
25?
because she was scared to bring the virus home to family who were sick. And so I just felt
Where's the
I had to go
controversy?
and help.
The controversy is that this is even a segment.
Do we have any story on the controversy?
It's that Drew Barrymore has a show. I figured
Yeah,
it
that's
out.
the controversy. Let's see what the actual, okay, we saw what happened. Now I want to see the story about the controversy part of the story. Like, who's the asshole that gives a shit about
Right, but what's the hook for the story to begin with?
even begin with? Well, that it's, was he dating her underage? No.
The viewers allege the bride met the groom when she was 17-year-old student, which some believes explains the vague relationship history they
All
provided
right.
producers.
By the way, 17, illegal. It is. In New York, I know that. Don't question me about age of consent laws. I have those drilled in my head. I can whip those out like an autistic with state capital.
Can't remember anyone's phone number, but you know statutory rape laws.
I can't remember my own phone number.
You know every statutory rape law in the tri-state area.
What the age of consent is in every state of the union and some territories.
Did you call New York State to find out?
Yeah.
It's all over the internet, my friend.
I had to do that in Pennsylvania. I was like 23 and this girl was 17, and I called like Pennsylvania police. I go, look, I have a friend. I'm worried about him. You know, I know he's dating this girl. She's 17, and I don't want to get him to get in trouble. You know what? He goes, "You sure it's not you?" When I hung up because it was me.
You sure it's not you?
Which you just took as a yes.
Grace the call. I'm like, the fucking cops are going to be here in an hour.
Oh, that is hilarious. You sure it's not you?
I go, no, I'm worried about my friend. I hung up.
Oh, my God.
That's the third call we got from the punchline in Philly. I think these are comedians.
I hooked up with a girl years ago from Facebook. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm 18 and this and pictures. I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, here's my fucking address. Here's a plane ticket. Here's a limo. Here's a flying fucking saucer. Whatever you need to get that tight ass here to Roslyn, you're in. And so she shows up, comes to the door, opens the door, okay, a big hug and a kiss and everything. And she goes, first thing I want to tell you before anything else is I'm really 17. And I'm like, we're still in. I just got to take the camera equipment down. You're not allowed to take pictures at 17. You could fuck a girl stupid. Well, you can fuck a stupid girl at 17 in New York. But don't you dare snap a picture of her because that's illegal. And I'm serious. That is actually the law. What's that?
Why is that illegal? That's weird.
I don't know, but I didn't question it. I wasn't going, oh, shit, I can't take a picture of her. I had my dick balls deep in 8 seconds.
Yeah.
The luggage didn't fucking hit the floor. And I wasn't worried that I couldn't take my fucking Kodak Instamatic out and snap a few.
You mean her Hello Kitty luggage didn't hit the floor yet?
Yeah.
Her Hello Kitty.
Did you guys do the Drew Barrymore show while she was in town?
Her
I didn't give a
her
fuck
box.
what she wanted to do.
Snickerdoodles.
Whatever you want to do. I'm fine with that. Yeah, 17. And it's like, oh, that's terrible. Yeah, shut up. You fucking get a 17-year-old ass in front of your face and tell me I'm an asshole. Get out of here. I don't have kids. Like, I don't have kids. A lot of guys have kids, and I get that, especially a daughter. You got a daughter, you're going to fucking automatically make that thing. I don't. I just see them as the things to fuck. That's all. Your little girl is something for me to stick my cock in. Don't you understand? You're an asshole. You made my fuck toy with your cum. Jiminy Cricket, huh?
I still want to know the purpose of that segment.
Yeah, why?
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
still
care
with
about
you.
I don't even
Why?
care about what happened after. I want to know what segment producer said, I got a great idea
This
for a
is it.
segment.
Right.
A good-looking guy and a good-looking girl are going to come on and say how much they're in love.
Yeah.
Sold.
Their wedding was canceled because of COVID.
Oh, all right. There you go.
That was
okay.
Oh, that was the gist of the story. And then they went, wait a minute. I think we can get outraged at this. Oh, I think we can fucking cancel these people.
It's not going to last. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Yeah. He's going to go and try to find a younger girl. And we all know how that works out. All right. Thanksgiving. What do you guys got planned? Anything? 10 people or more? What are you doing, guys? Dave, you got your
hi.
family, but do you have an extended family?
I do. My parents are dead, so that's good. But other than that, I don't have to worry about it.
That's terrible.
Remember the analogy you made before about the baby in the back?
Right. That's
really there. That would be this.
Yes.
He just exploded that theory.
That is
because his parents really are dead.
Yeah, it's like that's it. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't actually know what we're gonna do because we have no idea what the restrictions are. So probably nothing, to be honest.
Aw. You got to have a Thanksgiving, though. Oh, boy.
I've been wanting to get out of holidays for the last 20 years.
You're kind of enjoying this part of the whole
Yeah, I
thing.
don't mind. Like, sorry, I'd love to come there, but
Jim,
I don't.
what do you do?
Yeah,
usually?
I got a big family. They're coming over, and
Yeah.
let's see if one of the neighbors calls the cops on us.
Oh, fuck that.
I told them come in one car.
They just pile out of one car.
Have like 7 in one car. So the
Yeah.
Just rent an El Camino.
Yeah, Nassau County and Suffolk County here on Long Island said they will enforce these things. And I guess in Portland, the mayor got up and said that she's all for people calling up and ratting out their neighbors. Who thought we'd see such utter nonsense as this? But we're seeing it. Gentlemen, I want to thank you all for coming on the program today. I have to tell the fine folks at home about preparewithcompoundmedia.com. Do I have to pick the things up? You know what they look like. Look at the goddamn pictures. No matter where you live, you're facing some real challenges right now. Like, I need to eat the food in it to get the energy to pick it up. I'm exhausted. Real challenges right now. We're talking about unrest every day. Every time you look at the news, someone's getting yelled at a restaurant and shit thrown at them. Oh, look at this. What, are you going to prop them up here? Look at you. Huh? Oh! Whoa.
Is that a real product?
That one here. Oh, there you go. Yes! My God. This is... Prepare with Compound Media. Oh, my God. No idea what's coming around the corner. Everything's as wacky as ever in this world we're living in. And if last weekend or this past weekend, next weekend, any indication, when the shit hits the fan, what are you going to eat? What the hell are you going to eat? You're going to eat Ritz crackers, and maybe you got a salad that came with something that you got from the food delivery, Uber Eats. And you figured you'd eat it at some point later, but then you didn't, and it's in there for 3 days? I know. It's a terrible thing. We've all gotten fat from eating crappy food. But if you act now, you're going to have a 4-week emergency supply of food shipped right to you fast, and you'll be ready. You put this in your closet, and when the shit hits the fan and gas is up to $12 a gallon and there's rioting at the supermarket that you can't go to now, are your kids going to sit there and go, Mommy, please, may I have some more? More? And then you're not going to be able to do anything unless you prepared. Be ready. We're going to help get what you need. We've launched preparewithcompoundmedia.com, and it's going to build up that emergency food supply for you today. We teamed up with experts who created a site where you could buy the things that you need to prepare for whatever comes down that road. You know what road I'm talking about. That's right. Coffee, food, filtration systems, and a lot more available, shipped right to your door, right to that armor-plated door you better have so they don't kick it in. Second Amendment, people, please. This pairs very well with the Second Amendment, so you don't have to lose it to some idiot neighbor. You're going to get a life-saving 2,000 calories a day. Be prepared for the worst. Don't let your kids look at you like you're not a provider. What are you going to do? Sorry, kids. The dad's just crying in the corner. Hey, dads, what are you going to do? Cry in the corner while your kids are sitting there starving? And there's rioting going on outside? Oh, please don't hurt them. Oh, they're eating your children. Oh, my God. You could have been prepared. Prepare for the worst. 4-week supply of food, extra low price, limited time only when you buy preparewithcompoundmedia.com. The next wave of violence and unrest could be worse than anything we've experienced. And based on past performance, holy shit, things are hitting the fan really quickly. So just be prepared. Put it in your closet. That's what we're talking about. Preparewithcompoundmedia.com. Oh, you're going to kick yourself if you don't. There we go. Thank you, preparewithcompoundmedia.com.